We're familiar with Hangman. If we are not familiar with Hangman, we have a link here on the Unit 1 Hangman. So let's go through the instructions. Step 1, we fork the assignment. So we fork the repo. We make it our own. We make a copy of it. Step 1. Step 2, we clone the fork onto our laptop. Whether it be desktop or documents, we clone it. So now we have our own copy of our fork. We work on the project, step 3. We work on the project, we complete the lab, the assignment, the requirements of it. We push as we go. We don't wait until next Friday to push all our code to GitHub. Every time we make some change, some logical addition to our code, we want to do get add, get commit, get push. Right? Every day you work on the code, you should push. Push regularly. Get in the habit of pushing every hour or so. Right? Every hour you're writing some code. Go ahead.
Don't resubmit the assignment.
Right, we're not resubmitting the assignment, right. Once your link is there, your link is there, unless you delete your fork or something else happened, okay? That's step 3. Step 3 is Xcode project, work on the code, add it to your forks repo, push it to GitHub. Step 4, push your changes to your fork, as I said before. But not one push, we'll have multiple pushes, right? As we review your commits, we'll also be reviewing your commits. We'll see if you only had 2 commits on a project. That's not ideal. On a project like that, you should at least have 10 commits, 20 commits, right? Commit 1 can get a random element. Commit 2 does show mask word on screen, whatever that is. Commit 3 could take user input. You see where I'm going with that? Every time you make some sort of logical change to your application, push it, right? Step 5. Submit a pull request, right? Submit a pull request back to your assignment repo. Wherever your fork is, you get that link, you put it, you make a pull request. So pull request is open, now we can see your pull request. Don't forget to do this part, step 6, especially before the deadline. Paste the link of your fork on Canvas and submit. You're done.
I have a question.
Yes?
For the previous assignment,
Text adventure.
it said to paste the link of the git push. Of the pull request.
And this one says paste the link of your fork.
So now, but for the pull request, when we submit it, it's like after you make the pull request, that it's on the page where it says like open.
Were we asking for pull request URL or we were asking for the fork on the text adventure? Text adventure should have been the same, right? So basically, whatever link your fork is, that's what you submit.
Okay, maybe we have to resubmit it.
As long as you submit that link, we'll find your repo. Okay? All right, very good. So keep going. This is the heart of the thing here. Requirements. We love to read requirements, right? Because without reading requirements, what are we doing? You're not sure. So requirements number 1. That's of the actual project. The user must be able to play against the computer. The laptop is our computer. We should be able to play against the computer. Here, the computer is the one giving you the word. Okay? It's not a 2-player game in the sense of playing against the computer. It's a 1-player game, but you're playing against the computer, right? Meaning the computer gives you a word, right? It gives you a 3-letter word, all underscores. You pick a letter, you say H. Hey, that's part of the word. You pick a next letter, T, that's part of the word. You pick a 3rd letter, B, H, B, T, that's not a word. So I start getting hanged. All right, I have 2 letters in a 3-letter word. H is the first letter. T is the last letter. What's the last letter? In that case, it's not hot, so I'm still getting hanged. A, right? So A will complete that word. It's hat, right? Yes, hot is also a word, but for that particular word, the computer picked hat. So you need to continue guessing, right? Very good. So next step here. The word that the computer chooses must be random, obviously here. If it's not random, there's no fun with that game. If I always get the word hat, like what's the point? I'm bored already. Even a 5-year-old would be bored really quickly. Like I'm not getting any stimulation from this. There is a large array of words right? The large array of words that we're talking about. If you scroll down, this is the large array of words. It's really large, right?
Can you add?
Yes, you could do it. You could add if you want. It just gets it harder, right? Difficulty level, right? You could add, but I suggest making it smaller as you're testing and make it bigger as you actually got it working. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is the array. It starts with a let, meaning it's constant. All the words is the name of the array, all the words. And it's an array of a lot of words, right? We saw the random function. I say all the words, that random element. It gets me a random element. So far, so good? Okay, very good, very good. The user must have a limited number of guesses. Again, you don't have limited, it's going to be boring. So we have a limited number of guesses. When you get to that limit, at this point, if you didn't guess the word, game over. Right, try again. Number 4, after each guess, the computer should print out the current state of the word you are guessing. In that case, if I'm guessing apple, I've guessed A, I've guessed L, and I've guessed E. It shows me as I'm guessing correctly what the thing is. That would be bad user experience if you're not showing the correct thing, right? How should I win this game, right? And the underscores here, you should also be showing that in command line. Your command line should show this, A underscore underscore LE. I'm still missing 2. Visually, the user gets it right away, right? I'm missing 2 letters to really complete this word. And obviously, if you have P, if the user entered P, both P's should show up, correct? Very good, we're all getting this, I love it. Number 5 here. After each guess, the computer should print out how many guesses you have remaining. If I have 6 strikes or 6 guesses, each time I guess or whatever, show me how many I have to go. Full credit, right? Full credit, make it actually print out a picture somewhat similar to the link above. We've seen multi-line. We've seen how to have ASCII art in our multi-line strings. We could simulate what the hanging game looks like, the hangman game looks like. It starts out with whatever, some tree. As you start guessing incorrectly, a head forms up, a body, arms, legs, and you're dead, right? We've seen it. Step 6, the computer should tell the user if he or she wins, right? I want to know if I won the game. Show him how many guesses it took and end the current game. Game is over. Step 7, the user should see the correct answer if she loses. Make sense? If I try to spell apple, I got it wrong. Show me what I was trying to spell. You didn't make up some word that I could never spell. I know it exists. I'll keep playing your game. Step 8, the user should have the option to play the game again. We're familiar with this. Repeat while. At the end, do I want to continue? Yes or no? So that's step 8. Pretty simple, right? Yes?
Are we going to be learning functions?
As we learn next week, we could add stuff. I've built this. I could have built this without using functions. I built it. I used one function just to see like the breadth of it. But basically, as you learn next week, but don't wait until, oh, I couldn't do it because I needed functions. You could make this game without functions. Okay? Functions come in because you come to a point where, oh, I'm about to repeat some code. Why am I doing this? Right? That's the only use case I added the function for. I'm about to do something else. I'm like, this is 6 lines of code. I'm not going to copy and paste this. I want to have a function. For now, you haven't seen functions. Write the extra 6 lines of code. When you see functions, refactor, meaning take your code, fix it up, and take those 6 lines, make it into a function. Does that make sense? Okay. Also, I did not use dictionaries for that project, right? And optionals, as far as optionals, the breadth of what we've seen in readline is what we need. Cool? Very good. Great. So let's see. So if we click on for this assignment, you'll see build Hangman. Click on the link Hangman. Hangman. This is the game, right? If we're not familiar with what Hangman is, you start the game. Obviously, this is not what we're doing in terminal, right? We don't have that GUI here, but you have some strikes, right? You have 6 strikes. The user starts to guess. The user sees 4 boxes there, implies the word is 4 counts long. So far, so good. As I select letters, here I have A, great. Looks like I'm doing okay so far. I pick a next. So you see, I selected A, I can select A again. That should also be part of your logic, right? The minute I select A, whether it's right or wrong, I can select it again. Everybody with me? You've taken it out of the alphabet. Next one, let's see, U. I'm starting to get hanged, right? I'm starting to get hanged. The UI gives me indication of my strikes. Do we see that? Okay. I'll keep going. I'll put O. I'm really dying here, right? I need lifeline. Anybody? S. Okay. We're still alive. What? E. M. F. What? Which one is it? M or F? F. Okay. So F. M. Z. Or the alphabet? Okay, we said M, right? M. N. Okay, N. Lane. So L. D. All right, we see where the game going. X, right? D. Okay, D. Mel says D. Oh. Lank. What's a lank? I don't know what's a lank. Anyway, we saw the correct word show up, correct? We were supposed to spell lank. We did not spell lank. It's incorrect. Now we're dead. It gives us a chance to play again. We see our strikes. So basically, that's what we created, right? That's the game we created here. That's the GUI, graphical user interface. But let's go to actually what we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing a command line interface, or CLI. So we play our game. Can we all see? Okay, so here it says, guess the target word by entering a character, A to Z. What do you guys want to enter? A. E. Okay. So we have 2 E's. Do we see that? Everybody? Okay. L? What? You guys get to guess, man. X? X, you said? T. Okay. Wow. Right? Okay, so here we've won the game. We get some graphics showing we won the game. We're a winner. Right? It took us whatever guesses. Now we could play again. I'll say yes. And this time we'll lose just to see what it looks like. So it starts to hang me. I'm trying to hang myself. I can't even hang myself. Right? Okay. Telling you. You try to fail. Right? Sorry. At this time I'm dead. Let me open that up. Close that down a little bit. Sorry. No, I just added some simple words just for us to get it happening here. Okay, so here we have game over, you're dead, you needed to spell kettle, right? So if I want to run again, you could run again, you could keep playing. Everybody with me? For the purposes of this exercise, I only had 10 words, right? But again, you have the entire array. You got me? So as you're testing your thing, maybe have 2 words, whatever, get it working. Once you're comfortable that it's working, open it up to all the words. Everybody with me? Any questions?
Show it, like the message it gives you when you enter the letter, the same letter.
Oh, you could put any message here. Let's run it again. So let me run it again here. Okay, so if I enter A here in that case, okay, I enter A again. It tells me you've already tried A on this line, right? But it's up to you how you want to specify your UI. Cool? Good? 1? Okay, excellent. So that's the game, and as I said, it's due next Friday at 10 a.m. So if you have questions throughout the week, obviously ask us, but that's project number 2.